Alright guys, so a Disneyland haul. I know, I feel like I just went. I actually did just go like a month ago, if not less. It was the beginning of March, I believe it was. And here we are, April, spring break, my brother's birthday, more Disneyland. So today's video is going to be another haul, a Disneyland haul, another one. I've done, I think it's been now 4 in the past year, mostly because we've had an annual pass and we want to use it to our advantage and we want to use it up, which we just did this last trip, the trip that we just did, the haul that I'm about to show you. That is our last trip for a long time. We don't know the next time we're going to go, the next time we're going to get an annual pass. I'll probably be going on my own once I graduate and move out, whatever. I don't know if my parents are going to want to go back. My lipstick, I can feel it all slimy and gross. Now I'm going to have sparkles everywhere because it's a sparkly lipstick. Now I'm just going to smear that there. Okay, so my intros, they tend to be long. They're famous for being overdone. So, right, we're just going to go. So we have Mini Disney. We have Extra Disney. We have Forever. People call it that, no, but I do. And then probably the most exciting, definitely the most expensive, even though Disneyland is like hecka expensive. We have the Apple Store. So let's go in order. Well, we'll switch this and the Apple because best for last, whatever. Okay, so I'm not saying that the rest isn't pretty good, because it is. Alright, so just a couple nerdy dorky things to show you because I'm a nerd. Well, here's the list of what we wanted to do the last time we were there, which was March, this last month, with my nephews. My dad made a cute little list of all the best rides. My top few, probably 3, have got to be California's Tower of Terror, Guardians, and then on the Disney side, there's Space Mountain, and then there's also Big Thunder. So those top 3. Other ones are good, of course, obviously they all are. I mean, come on. But especially those top 3 of mine. My top 3. Okay. So this came from Soarin'. You know that ride, the swings. I can't spoil it for those of you who are not Disney fans or fanatics such as myself, and for those of you who haven't been on that yet. Hopefully it's a yet. You should go on eventually. So look at, he's a little pilot, little Mickey, and it says Honorary Aviator. Yeah. So got those for free. The cool, not clerk, but whatever they're called, was really nice and friendly, and yeah. And then here's the pass. It's always fun to get pictures of this. You holding it up, you holding it down, you get your feet, your cool little hot pink Converse in the shot. So yeah. And then we just got some fast passes. Am I missing one? No. Splash Mountain, I think, I don't know. I know we didn't go, but I think maybe somebody grabbed it for me. I collect these. I think they just found it. And then we have Space, and then we have Indiana Jones. Indy we haven't done in forever until this trip. So yeah, my brother's name is Dakota. My dad was thinking Indiana, and my mom said no. We like state names in my family. Alright, so I showed you those things because I'm a nerd. And then this is just a purchase idea. It's those light up boxes. I like the Alice in Wonderland version as well as the Snow White 7 Dwarfs version. Divergent. But yeah, so that's available online. Also, the shipping will be crazy because those things and stuff are crazy. So some things and stuff, some ideas. There's the Ariel Mermaid brush, which I've been wanting to replace my hairbrush. Didn't do that this trip. Probably gonna get that online. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I guess this is like a journal for me, so I can look back and review what I have and what I'm interested in, what's been on my list, my ideas list. You write it down, you put it aside, you look back sometimes, and you think to yourself, do I really want this? You'll change your mind, guaranteed, I promise you. That's what I've done. And then face paint for pictures, the Alice box, a bunch of question marks, And then there's 2 sweaters, there's Snow and Minnie. I have one, it's like the varsity style, and I'm thinking different colors. Then there's the Disney map sweater, which will soon be outdated because they're adding different things like the Star Wars area. By the way, if you want to go to Disney, I would wait on that a little bit, just because of the Star Wars. Just because. The Star Wars, it's soon to be here. It's on the way. I think this year it will be here pretty soon. And it's sold out right now, but the thing of it is, the crazy part, my dad says he heard somewhere, it's going to be jammed for 2 years. Jammed. Like jam-packed for 2 years straight. Disney is already really crowded. You have to zigzag and weave in and out through people. But this is going to be like madness. So I would hold off on that, go eventually of course, but it's just going to be so packed. But right, so that's why the Disney map sweater might be outdated, just because, I don't know, they're adding things and they're changing things. But it's really cute, and I guess it's considered a vintage item, so I might get that next time. I didn't this trip. And then the cups, snow and teacup mugs, I will show you. They are here. Yes. And then my dad got this really cutesy glove. It's this giant glove vase. It's like the Mickey Mouse glove, you know. I think 3 fingers, thumb, whatever it is, and it holds flowers like a vase. So I don't know about that, but those are just ideas. And then, oh, this I wanted to show you. So this is what I got before. I feel like I'm flipping you off. Wrong finger, but it looks weird. But it's just the little Mickey and the little star with topaz for November, my birthstone. So it should be real and legit because it's really expensive. But, let's see. What was I gonna say? Anyway, so this will be the last time for a long time. And it's funny, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go crazy, I'm not gonna spend a lot. I want to have money left over. My goal is to get a little trip treasure for myself, kind of treat myself, a souvenir type thing. But this happened and it was like $100 later, bam, it was all gone. But I guess that's okay. And my phone, but, which I'll show you. But, oh, I'll also show you that. You cannot see it, you will wait. Keep on interrupting myself. Okay, so yes, I spend, my brother's a saver, and I have a freaking list, and my brother's just, he's good about that. Okay, so I can leave those there, push that aside. So my brother's birthday was on the 5th, April 5th. My dad's birthday is coming up on the 22nd this month, so I wanted to get them a little something something. I'm not an Indian giver, I promise, I swear. It's just I asked my brother if I can show in this haul the little things I got for him for his birthday. And he said yes, I have his permission, I didn't steal. And so I'll show you those. Okay, so here's the gag gift, and shout out to my cousin Bailey. You are hilarious, and I love you, and this is really corny. This was her pick, I bought it, $10. And it's really funny. My brother, he likes saying dude, bro, man, etc. Those are all like boy terms, I guess. So this says chill, dude, with a bunch of U's. He's a sloth, so he pronounces things very weird and slowly. Whatever his face, he's that dude from Zootopia. My family loves that movie. It's a Disney movie. It's great. So, little pin. I don't know if I said that, but it is a little pin. Look at the back. Can you see that? It just holds the pin in place, attaches to this, and it's Mickey. But anyway, so that's really, really funny. He actually gave that back to me. I knew he would, but I just thought it was a funny little gag gift. He's a minimalist big time. He's constantly selling. He's making investments. He's selling his Legos. He's making big bucks, and that's just one thing that he doesn't need. He doesn't necessarily need what I'm about to show you, but I just thought it was really, really fun, and I do collect pins, so it was kind of like, I didn't mind if I got it back. I kind of bought it for myself, but I kind of showed him. I don't know how that worked, but this is crazy. This is great. So my brother, for my church, for a mission, he's going to be going to Africa for 2 years. And he leaves real soon, actually this June, like right upon graduating from high school. And he's going to go to, I can't pronounce it, Johannesburg, whatever. So like South Africa. And yeah, and so we were talking to some family friends a little bit ago after church, and they've been everywhere. It's like they've traveled the world. They've seen it all, and they have also been to Africa. And they talked about drafts, and so when I was there at Disneyland in this store, searching through things, trying to find some things for my brother, just ideas, I saw this and I was like, out of all the things, all the animals, I gotta get this one because it brings us back to that conversation and it's a memory and it's gonna be really cool. So look at it. This is made in Kenya, made in Africa. It was either this or a mask. They had a zebra mask. They had, I'm just gonna leave it here because it's so cute. They had a zebra mask as well as a giraffe mask made of wood, also made in Kenya. And it could be hung on the wall. That's what I would have done if I got it for myself. But it was $20. This was $7.99. Very surprising to me. And yeah, so anyway, it was either 2 items for $20, like I did, or it was 1 item that my brother probably wouldn't have cared for and probably would have given back to me, which I wouldn't mind. But it was either or. So his ears, don't know if you can tell, but they're carved a little bit off center. So there's some blank space on one side, but just the line doesn't really match up. I don't mind that. It adds character. It's kind of quirky how the ears are off, but I mean, the other one, it was like a brighter orange, and it didn't really look as cool as this one. This is like a brownish. Look, those little spots, and he's got a cool mane. No tail, so it's like pin the tail on the giraffe if you wanted. These little stubby short feet, and I just love the detailing. He's got a really, really cute face. So yes, I'm gonna now give it back to him again. So really, really, really cool. Really excited for him. Gonna do great things. He's great. So yeah, gonna start crying. Okay, so those, give that back. And I just presented them to him in this little bag. But it really had other things in it, which are now scattered everywhere. Okay. I have to be careful. Empty? Yes, empty. Okay, so to go with the smaller item theme, if you want to call it that, kind of remember prices, and I have receipts. They always confuse me and too much time to sort, and I'm already taking up a lot of your time. So, alright, so now it's my dad's turn to show off his little gift, so I have to be quiet because he's around here somewhere. Maybe he's getting his haircut right now. Anyway, so this was like $15. And his favorite movie is The Jungle Book. He loves, loves, loves that movie. We got Mowgli and we got Baloo. I always thought the bear's name was Blue, like the color, but spelling's different. The pronunciation, I can't pronounce that word. That's awkward. Is different. And so we got them. They're just hanging out, just dancing. Blue has got his hands, his claws on his hips. Claws, paws. Mowgli's just dancing. So really, really cute. These are pins as well. Hope my dad likes them. He likes to buy and sell online on eBay, especially Disney items. I just hope that's not one of them. And then this is something that my dad got for me. Pins and patches. I love them and I collect them. And I actually, for my patches, have this patch denim shirt thing. And it's huge. It's oversized. It's men's. And it's just covered. And I'm trying to just cover it up even more when I'm out of room. Then I'm gonna have to get my hands on another one and just start all over, do it all over again, more and more patches. So this was $9.99. I know that for sure because it's here. The other ones, they say the colors, but I'm going by memory, like pink, and then you look for it, you look for pink on the spinner or whatever. Okay, so this is real cool. I don't have a patch like this. All of mine are pretty flat, but this one, it pops out at you. And in more ways than one, it's like pops the color, and it literally is like 3D. I'm not pronouncing. I'm not saying that right. I'm not describing this well. So it's colorful beads as the blooms. So it's up, and you get the little house. Look how cute. Is it Frederickson? Hi, Mr. Frederickson. It's me, Russell. I think. Okay. And then the outline is blue, probably like the sky. And it's just really, really cool. So it's the floating house. Yes. Flying house. Okay. So yes, that is patched. Disney patched. Alright, so I've yet to show you those. And then these, they look like pineapples. I don't know. Very trendy. This is loud. Finally, I'll give this like pineapple snake skin to my dad. He asked for it. He packs things up because, like I said, he likes to buy and sell. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Now my room, it looks like snake skin is everywhere. It's like I lost my pet snake, or a real snake invaded my house. And it's loose, it's wandering, or slithering, sliding, and we have a problem on our hands. But okay, so we have these two things. I'm really glad that I got these instead of the other things that were on my list, like another article of clothing, sweater, whatnot. I have a lot of clothes, and I'm slowly but surely trying to go through them and sell some things. I already have a stash, a pile, and these things have been on my list, and these things I wanted more. And I thought in my mind, I'm going to go to Disney and I'm going to leave with these mugs. And I did. I'm real glad. So they're physical puns. I don't know if you remember my Chip mug, but it's like Beauty and the Beast, a physical pun. It's actually Chip. So yeah, imagine the little character Chip, and he's an oversized version, not a teacup, but a mug. So whatever. So carrying on that physical pun trend, we have this, Alice in Wonderland, the tea party scene. It's really, really cool. I like that crazy design. It looks like stars and swirls, I don't know. And it's a really cool kind of like mint sage green, I don't know. And then it's a different blue. I've never seen a blue like this. Not royal, not cobalt, I don't know what kind of blue. But that's like the trim. And it's on a little platter. It's attached to it. And this was $20, the other one $22. So $19.99 and then $23, $22.99. So yes, another physical pun, I love it. Look at that pretty blue though, even on the inside. They also had a different one. It was like basically the same blue, I think, except for the background was a mauve, a purplish, pinky kind of color. And I have so much pink going on in my closet, in my room, just everywhere. And I thought this was really different, and this looked more like Alice. And she's in a blue dress. And when I think of that movie, I think a lot of blue. I see a lot of blue. And in the live action, she's like in blue 24/7, like every dress she's in. Or at least the original, the first. So yeah, we're probably like out of time. Okay, my goal is to hurry up. One second. Alright, anyway, we're just gonna go. Okay, so here's this Snow White, my favorite Disney princess, probably my favorite Disney movie. This isn't really a physical pun, but I mean, a mug is usually round and an apple is basically round. It doesn't have to be a physical pun, but it's just more humorous and interesting to me when it is. But it's when the apple is dipped into the poison and it makes a creepy ghost face, evil face kind of thing, skeleton. The white's really, really glossy. It looks like icing. It's really cool. And the red is a nice deep red. Even the handle has that white to it, and it's kind of bumpy, like it's just sliding, slipping down over the apple. So it's really, really cool. Creepy eyes, creepy upside down heart nose. The parts can be creepy. And then even the edges at the bottom, you can see it's like the apple shape with those little dents in it. So really, really cool. Love Snow White. Want to be her for Halloween. Her, Tinkerbell. Who else was I thinking? Whatever. So, or Panda. I'm going to get little ears. That'd be really cute. That's what I wanted to do. I love pictures. I do. And I took some pictures this trip. Wish I took more, but I don't know. It was 3 days. It was a 3-day Disney trip. A week-long trip of like everything total. So I did have time. I had opportunities, but anyway, I guess it was because I didn't have these pom-pom ears, these black ears, that could have resembled a Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse photo shoot look. Anyway, so, okay. So now, I stayed with some family there. My family stayed with family, my mom's side, my mom's sister, and had some fun with my cousins, Lauren and Bailey. They came some days with us to Disney, or at least one cousin came one day, the other cousin came all 3 days with us. So yes, we had some fun, we had a party, and I made 7 of these cutesy little bracelets. So it's like cotton candy, rainbow. I'll save the best for last. This is like pastel goth to me, pink, white, and black. And then lemonade, my favorite, it's yellow and pink, all white. And then this is like my old favorite colors, pink and green. So yes, those. And then euphoria is my favorite word right now, probably will be forever. Let me show you the wrong way. So it's just euphoria in this rainbow letter detail thing, and then the rest of it's white. So I don't know if you can see that, hopefully it's spelled right. So yes. Love, love, love those. I made my mom one. Hers was very similar to a green and pink. I was going to make my dad one. His was going to be 2 black, 1 white patterned. And I'm going to have to get some beads of my own. I really want to make more of these. They're a lot of fun, and I want to get more into jewelry. I'm really trying. But yeah, so I'm going to have to make that happen. I really want to do that for my dad. I was going to. He asked me to. And I just didn't have time. We were getting back from the park so late, and we were sleeping in and leaving as soon as possible, so it's really fast paced. But yeah, and then there's this. My dad found a rock while we were on a photo shoot adventure. The California puppies are wicked awesome. Love them. It was my first time going, and I don't want it to be my last. And he found this rock for me. Gonna write California on it, on this flat part. It's really cool, kind of color brownish reddish. He found that for me, and I'm trying to get a rock from every state, my U.S. America's state rocks, and there's always a memory attached to it. So I see the California one, and I'll think of the poppies and how my dad was there taking pictures, and it was a lot of fun. So that's awesome, and I'm going to have to write down those memories in case I'm old and gray and I forget everything. So right, okay, we're almost done. Okay. So this, I remember, yes, 1990, so 20. Okay, so this, I was debating, I was in line, the line took a long time, and I had to meet back with my mom. So I left the line, and I put the item back, then I walked towards the exit, and then I came back, and it was weird, so I got it. And I just had barely enough. I was like, okay, here's $21, and then I didn't hear the cents, I didn't know that there was like 21 extra cents or whatever it was. I just checked, but I just forgot. Anyway, so I just had enough left over from Disney. So here it is. It's this really pretty white. It's like an extra crop top. It's all lace detailing, ruffles, and even the little, what are they called? Don't scare me. Even the straps are white lace. So this is just a small, yes. And I hope it doesn't go too low. I mean, I'm really, really small, so I guess it will be fine, if that makes sense, because they were larger, they would appear, I don't know how that works, but we'll see. So I imagine this with a bralette and short shorts or skirt or something. So love, love, love that. I think, I don't know why, but I see a pastel bralette with that. Maybe even red, that'd be kind of cool, like on a candy cane. Something like that. Oh, I put it in the wrong bag, but yeah. So, can't wear that now because my family. around 25 minutes. Oh gosh. Okay. Whoa. Just checked in the mirror and looks like my makeup's getting everywhere. Okay. Try to hurry. Alright, so this, I hope this doesn't take long to describe. I like stories and I like talking. But okay. Now, we do not have an Apple store in my crummy little town, and so this had to happen. I've been trying to get to an Apple store for so long. It's like every out-of-town trip with my family. We would talk about it, we would try to go, but something would always come up and we wouldn't have time. So we had to make it happen this trip, especially because this past Tuesday, a few days before my brother's birthday, during the trip, my phone, the power button wouldn't work. So the home was fine, but my old phone, the power button just wouldn't work anymore, so it had to turn off on its own, or I had to press the home. So that was really scary. That was a big sign that my phone was about to crash and die on me. And so I was thinking maybe they can fix it at the Apple store, or maybe I should definitely get a new phone, a replacement, an upgrade, because this, my first iPhone, my second phone, had a flip. That sounds weird, but yeah, so I'm really, really, really glad that I updated this. I mean, the case, cute, phone, cute, a nice pink. They're both pinkish, but I mean, it's a disaster. The pop socket, my new phone doesn't have a pop socket. This helps with anxiety, and it helps with my OCD. I like to check for things. It's really bad. I guess it doesn't help with my OCD, but my OCD, I constantly check, like honestly every half hour if I'm out and about or just anywhere. I check my purse and I feel the roundness of the pop socket and I know it's there. But now I can't do that, so anyway, the case won't work. My new phone, the case, it won't allow a pop socket to attach, if that makes sense. So I'm out of breath. So really sad. And then also, as soon as we transferred everything from my phone, my old phone, to my new phone, I have to hurry. I have to talk even faster because my camera, and then I don't want to do part 2. But, okay, so this is like the SE or whatever it's called, by the way, like the 6 something. And what am I at? I'm sorry guys, I'm so stressed out, like my pop socket, like I really need this right now. But yeah, so it died on me. We erased everything and it wouldn't go to the welcome page, like the language, welcome to your iPhone, whatever. So now I have to sell it for parts. I was gonna sell it just in general, but now it's strictly for parts because it won't even turn on and it's out of battery and it's dead, it's shot. So my new one, it is so cute. I don't know if you can see that. I love the coral with the navy. This is Coral Reef, by the way. Phony is dead. And the case is kind of boyish. It is a navy blue, but then again, there's no like color, gender color, whatever. There's a guy in front of me and he was younger than me and he was getting a pink phone. So whatever. And it's kind of like wavy textured, so it's going to help with a good grip. And this is the newest one. This is actually the XR, so the 10. So it's really new. It was like $800. And yeah, so my phone's going to die any minute, but I just had to share that little bit of information with you. And I'm going to go real fast because I don't want to do part 2 and I don't want to leave you hanging. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, okay, bye.